It hasn't done it in a while, though.
Welcome to MessyBun Sisters podcast. I'm Alyssa.
And I'm a David.
And this is episode 32. Game of Thrones episode 32. And as you can tell, today we have some special guests on the podcast. The intro sounds a little bit different. Lauren's voice is not that manly. We have the one and only David VARGA.
What up, what up?
And then, of course, this is our sisters podcast. So we have two very lovely sisters with us that are family to me. So go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
Hello, I am Esther. I am David's favoriteest niece ever.
Niece?
Aunt ever. We might have had a few glasses of wine as we watch Game of Thrones.
You have to. You drink and you know things.
Exactly.
And I am Anna Lagos, but was born in VARGA.
Yep. And I was not.
Hyphen VARGA.
Yes. Oh
VARGA Lagos. Yes.
Are you VARGA Lagos?
No.
Oh, you're just
She
Lagos.
should be.
David doesn't have a middle name.
I don't either.
Yes, I do.
You don't?
Nope.
Wow. What's your middle name? Wait for it.
I almost
Wait
said
for
it. I almost said it, but then it requires words that you're not supposed to say on this podcast.
Yeah, we're not going to edit out anything. So I can't beep out anything.
I caught myself.
Yeah, I said something last episode that I wish I didn't, and they didn't edit it out.
I
So
heard that. I heard.
so there
Even
will
though
be no beeping.
you asked like twice or three times.
Yeah, like oopsie. Okay.
I don't think it was that bad. I liked it.
Maybe I will do more. No. Y'all, Game of Thrones episode 3, the Battle of Winterfell just happened, and spoiler alert. Arya kills the freaking Night King.
Holy cow.
That
All
happened.
I know
That's
is
the main thing. You can't spoiler
Okay,
alert.
I had to.
Not wait any more than 5 seconds.
I actually had to start with that. I just couldn't help it. Okay,
Yeah,
Dude,
that
I
was
was
amazing.
like literally edge of the couch the whole time. I
Me
was like,
too.
at some point, I'm like, oh my God, try to relax. And I couldn't. It was like 2 seconds I relaxed, and then I was like back at the edge of the seat again.
I have to tell the listeners that we watched this all together and with more Vargas, and it was funny because at the beginning we're telling everybody no talking, no nothing, and then the whole time we're like, what? And David especially is like talking the whole time, like I knew that wasn't gonna happen.
The scene in the library where David like just stopped watching because he was so scared.
I wasn't scared. I hate
you
things.
hate jumps.
I hate
jump scenes.
things when they pop out, and I'm just like, okay, I know for sure it's gonna happen, so I'm just not gonna watch.
Yeah, it was hilarious. The
Okay.
funniest part is David and Ephraim were like the scaredest ones.
I do want to watch it again with y'all, and then like y'all can say whatever you want.
He kept asking
I
for
did
the
say
lights.
whatever I want.
Yeah. Okay. True. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. We did make a kill list of who we all thought was gonna die. So I think we all thought a lot more people
Yes.
were gonna
And
die.
I kept saying that they can't kill as many people as we think, because then who's going to fight Cersei?
I think
and it
Khaleesi
was-
can do it all by herself.
I think
Well,
Arya
maybe not.
can do it all by herself.
Yeah, actually,
for that
that's
matter.
true. That is very true. Okay, so who did you initially write down?
I wrote Jamie.
That and he did. Yeah,
That he didn't even die, yeah.
he didn't really
Well,
have that
I
much
only
screen
wrote
time.
Jamie, but then David wrote down Jamie, but I did mention, I think me and Anna both mentioned Theon, which actually happened.
Yep, R.I.P.
And I mentioned Jormon.
Jorah.
Jorah, whatever
Mormont. You put his name
Yeah.
together.
There you go.
Jormont.
I mentioned him, but he didn't write it down. Like, half the people I mentioned, he didn't say.
Wow, David.
And I thought the Hound would die for sure, but
I really
That
thought
was-
the Hound was
but
going to
he
die.
was being a little.
Yes. I was like, man up, dude. It's,
yeah, again.
this
whole
is not
time,
the
yeah, you were
time
like,
to
man
be
up.
afraid of
Man up.
fire. Like,
But I don't think it even was fire, because at one point, and we'll get to it when he's like, we're fighting death. We can't beat death. And he's just scared.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I
Yeah, go ahead.
had Jamie. I honestly, so remember a long time ago, he said he wants to die in the arms of the woman that he loves.
Yes,
I
yeah.
thought he was going to die in Brienne's arms because he loves her.
Oh, I had Brienne. That was the
Oh,
person
you
I
thought
did
Brienne
have.
was going to die?
I
No.
thought Jamie or I said Jamie
Because
or
they
Brienne.
built Brienne so much up in the episode too.
Yeah.
That's true. They did.
Thought
They
that
gave
she
her a
was
big
gonna-
episode, like
Yeah.
she's going to die happy.
Yeah.
But she needs to find love before she dies, so that's why I didn't think she would. Or Tormund.
No, I think it's gonna be Jamie.
And they
We'll
didn't,
see.
they didn't show Tormund that much
I
either.
know.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
true.
Yeah.
But there's so
I feel like there was a
many
lot
main
of
characters in
That is
this
true.
episode that I don't think they could follow all of them. Alrighty, so it starts off with Sam like walking through, freaking out, and he's like, you can hear just like his breaths, and it's all craziness. And then, I mean, there was no real like dialogue or anything at the beginning, right? Like it was all just.
which was kind of cool because I think they
There
like
wasn't a lot of
really-
dialogue in the whole episode.
Yeah,
That's
but like
very
just
true,
the beginning,
yeah.
not saying anything. I think it like made you feel like you
The
were
tension.
in it, and it was
Definitely
just
the
so much.
tension.
Yeah, you were so much tension. You're just like, what is happening?
That's why we were at the edge of our seats.
Seriously,
Exactly.
my back did not hit the sofa
Yeah.
once.
And then they take Bran to the Godswood, so you see like that whole setup, and then you see like the whole setup for the battle. I thought it was cool how they kind of panned through
Yeah,
most of
that
our
was-
favorites, and you could see like how they were preparing.
Yeah, I agree. That was really cool.
Did Ghost die?
I think he probably
He
did.
went into
did.
battle, and that's all they showed.
You know, they didn't.
They did
maybe,
not do justice
no,
for him
this
Like, what
season
the
at
heck?
all. He just randomly appears like standing on the battlements last
I
episode.
don't think he's dead though because a lot of people came back that ran out.
Right.
Okay, it
Did
was
he
a
run?
lot.
oh, they
It
did-
was like 7 out of a
7
couple of
Dothraki.
thousand.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a couple thousand Dothraki.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at the
there
scene
was.
again.
I
There was
think
a lot of them.
so.
Look at the
Yeah.
scene again.
You what?
Look at the scene again.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it was a lot of them. I just want
I
to say
thought
that
that
was so tricky. Like they give you hope with the whole
Yes.
lighting of the swords. They all run out, and then slowly they all die, and you're just like
The light
holy-
just
Danny
disappearing
had to
a little bit.
watch.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
At
everybody's
all.
watching like, oh, there they go. Oh crap, there they go.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I thought it was cool that you could see the aerial view. Like that was really smart of them to have them up there so you can see the fire and the death like merging or whatever.
Yeah.
That was interesting. And I didn't realize that John like rode the dragon up. Like I guess he's just now like a dragon rider and
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's his
That was pretty
thing.
cool.
I was like, what?
Well, I mean, that was Danny taking off because she was just couldn't stand them all dying.
Yeah.
They kind of broke from their plan at that point.
Because she saw them dying.
Yeah, it
and
was
she
like her
didn't- yeah.
people dying. So she was just like, yeah, this ain't happening.
Yeah, I gotta go and be on my dragon.
I
and
felt
try
like
to
that
save
was
him.
very much like the Battle of the Bastards. Remember how Sansa kept saying, stick to the plan?
Oh.
And then when he sees Rickon, he's like, forget the plan. I'm going out. That's my brother.
That's so
It was very similar
true.
with Khaleesi in this episode
Yeah.
with the Dothraki. Like, those are my
That's-
people. I'm going.
I didn't even put that
So
together.
note
That's
to
so
self,
true.
stick to the plan.
Yeah. No, I mean they still ended up winning. The living
Well,
still
yeah,
won, but
Yeah, but
But-
her going out didn't save them at all.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And then we get and then you have like, all that anticipation built up, and then you see like the lone rider coming in.
Oh, that was
Oh my
so
gosh.
I'm like,
cool.
at first I'm like, who is that? Like,
I
I thought it
know.
was
I
Benjamin
think-
again. I'm like,
Yeah,
like, maybe
someone
you're
was like, is
right.
the Night King coming to like negotiate?
I think Josh said that. No, okay.
It was Josh for sure.
Yeah, and then that's when she lifted their sword or lit their swords aflame, and then we all had that hope, and then
I was wondering how she was going to come back. That was kind of funny. Like, she
But
appeared out of nowhere.
Where exactly?
Was
Where
she?
did she just randomly appear from? I don't know. That was,
she's just like, let me just ride past the dead and show
Exactly.
up in the front lines, and yeah. Oh yeah, y'all said something about the front lines and how Sam showed up,
oh yeah.
Oh my God,
with
that was.
Ed. Like, and what did Ed say? That y'all just talked about
What
that.
did he
He
say?
said, "You've got to be effing kidding me," or something like that.
I should.
Yeah.
Well, because
Yeah.
it's like, why are you in the front lines? You're not
You
a
don't-
fighter.
You're not a
No.
fighter. Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's good that you're trying to be brave, but you're not a fighter.
yeah.
Like,
And did he do anything really?
no, he just caused
He
people to
did?
die for him.
He killed some people. Yeah,
He did?
but
I didn't see that.
I
It was
didn't really
so
think
dark
that there
you couldn't
was
see half
any-
the thing.
Yeah, I didn't. I felt like Sam being there was more of like a
Detrimental than-
yes, yeah.
I could have sworn he was gonna die.
I really thought he did at some point, and then they show him like a few scenes later.
There was a couple of people I thought like died like twice, and I'm like,
And then
oh
they
wait,
show
they're
up.
still
Yeah.
back again. Like,
Yeah.
what's going
Wait,
on?
did Podrick die?
No.
no.
Sex god Podrick.
David's favorite. It's gonna live forever.
With the golden voice.
So
now we
after
know.
after that, then Davos meets Melisandre, and we all
Yes.
are like, yeah,
That was
remember?
cool when
He
she's
ran to
like,
her,
she's
like-
like, there's no point in killing me. I'm gonna die tonight.
Yes,
Like,
she
just let
literally
it go.
says, "I'll be dead before dawn." And
Yeah.
then remember how it ends? It's like
That was
dawn, and
crazy. That was cool though when she lit the trenches on fire.
yeah, I was like, why isn't she using her same
See,
chant?
I
She
yeah,
used a
honestly,
totally different chant.
I think she was just more focused in the beginning, whereas the second time it was they were like right there, and she
Yeah.
kept looking around, and it was
She was
freaking her out, and she
distracted.
couldn't focus as much.
Yeah. So then all the Dothraki go in. We see them all their lights go off, and then Jorah runs back with a couple of the Dothraki.
Yeah,
That was interesting. And so then,
it
yeah,
looked
I
like
think
there was a smaller shadow. At first, I thought there were some horses, but I'm like, was
Some of
that
them were just
ghost coming
horses.
back? I don't know.
they need justice for ghosts.
They never,
Yes.
yeah, they never.
justice. Hashtag justice for ghosts.
Seriously, I don't know why. I don't know. That was just so weird. Like,
Because that's their freaking sigil. Like that's
And
their.
it's the last
Yeah.
one. Well, except for Nymeria, but
Yeah.
she's off somewhere.
maybe she'll show up somewhere.
Maybe.
No,
the
but
battle with Cersei.
they don't have
She
enough.
kills Cersei.
Nymeria. Hey, Arya kills a Night King. Nymeria kills Cersei. Maybe. Oh no, never mind. That won't work. I don't know.
Dude, that was so crazy when the dead started building the freaking bridge to get across the fire.
Oh my gosh.
But then it's like they don't care.
Yeah, they're dead.
They just do whatever the Night King
Yeah.
tells them. That was so trippy.
Yeah. So yeah, so then the Night King comes with a storm, and then and that's when Arya gives Sansa the little dagger, and she's like,
Oh yeah, tells her to go back.
Yeah, go to the
on-
crypt.
Go
To
to
the
the
crypt.
crypts.
Yeah,
Which
and-
was always like, why are you going where the dead are?
yeah, but I don't know how they
How
didn't
would
think of
they
that.
know, though?
Because
The Night
Jon
King
has
raises
seen
the dead.
he
them.
raises the dead. Like that made no sense to me the whole time. I'm like, you're going. Like they kept saying it's the safest place. It's the safest place, and
Yeah.
you're like, how?
Yeah.
It's not the safest place.
Right.
There's a bunch of dead there.
Literally dead people, and the Night King can raise the dead.
Exactly.
I thought they were gonna use like the whole because they've been talking about the tunnels in the crypts forever.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were actually gonna show them like run
Escaping that
through
way.
the tunnels and escape that way somehow. But
Yeah, because I actually just watched that episode. I think it was season 2, where what was the old maester of Winterfell's name?
Maester Lewin.
Yeah, when he tells Theon there are ways to get out of when he tries to tell him to leave instead of taking over, and he's like, there are ways out of Winterfell for the old kings.
I think in the books it even says that there's a passage all the way to Castle Black,
Oh wow,
but I could be wrong.
yeah.
But I really
don't
feel
know.
like
I
I'm
didn't
not.
read the book.
But yeah, they didn't do anything. Like I thought
No.
that there was gonna be more.
I thought there was
Well,
gonna
I
be
think
more to
people,
the crypt.
yeah, people like that read the books. I guess kind of.
they know more.
They also like if you look at all the theories they said, like they kind of mixed it in more, and then like none of that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
feel like they did
at this
omit
point-
a lot.
Yeah,
from
at
the
this
books.
point,
Well,
it's
they
kind
have
of
to.
like, at this point, it's kind of like most of the stuff I've seen like on YouTube and stuff, like none of it was right.
Yeah.
So you're just like, I'm just gonna stop watching them.
Because I mean, it could have been. I guess if there was more time with the show, they might have been able to
Yeah.
do more. But yeah, there wasn't.
And how they said that the iron swords were there to keep the dead in.
Yeah.
But then they got out anyways.
But it
That
wasn't. It didn't look like there was even that many that got out. So maybe.
I was expecting it to be like some of the big ones.
Yes.
Like obviously Ned didn't have a head, so it couldn't really be him.
But Catelyn.
But
Liana.
I don't know. Catelyn's body was
Catelyn's
never
body
returned.
wasn't taken to get
Liana,
back.
I thought
Wait,
Liana
Catelyn
was
wasn't
going
in
to.
the crypts.
No,
No,
Catelyn
her
or
body was
Robb,
never returned.
They didn't return their bodies.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
For that matter, who knows? She might still come back like in the book.
Yeah, the Lady,
Lady Stoneheart. I don't think she will. There's only 3 episodes left.
David doesn't know.
David's like, who is this person?
So
Speak
can we
up.
just talk, can we just talk about Lyanna killing the giant?
Yes. When does that
Holy-
happen though? I still have a long way to go in all my notes about
Where
everything
are
that
you at?
happens. I'm where. Okay, so then Ed dies.
Yes.
That's what.
Because of Sam,
Yeah.
who
Sam.
shouldn't have been there.
Yes. And then so we're sad about Ed, but we knew he was. Kind
He
of a
was on- I-
secondary.
yeah.
He was
I
a
had him on my-
secondary character that was definitely on like could go list.
Yeah. And
For
then
sure.
Sansa goes down to the
See,
crypts.
But Ed did say in the last episode, and even back in season 3, I think, whoever dies last, burn the rest of us.
Burn them all. Yeah, burn them.
It's
yeah.
like, why weren't they burning the dead as they were dying?
Yeah.
Because there
Because-
was too much chaos.
I guess,
it was
yeah.
too
It was
much chaos going on.
Very chaotic. Very, yeah.
That's why
like very.
Yeah.
So then they all started
pitch
like,
black. No one saw nothing.
yeah.
Okay, can we hit on that, please? Because Effie said that he hated the fact that it was all black. But I think
That was the point.
I think it brought that tension and the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Because imagine that battle in the daylight,
Yeah.
right?
See,
I think it gave the Night King the upper hand. And
but
he knew that.
the Battle of the Bastards was during the day, and that was still an amazing
Epic.
battle. I think they could have had it be like as the sun was coming up, so there was a little bit of, I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, it was very,
And maybe
very
it needed
dark.
to be so opposite of Battle of the Bastards.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? And that's why they did it that way. But I think it also did give the Night King, like he knew when he was going to get there and he knew what would be easier for them. The dead don't need to see. You know what I mean?
that's
And
true.
that's
So,
very true.
So
But it's like, I think for all of us, it made it more tense because you're just like, what is going on? What is happening? And like, you're trying to
Right.
like keep up with it. And you're seeing like shadows and things going on, but you're not really seeing it. And it was just very like captivating, but you're also
Yeah.
at the whole time going, what the heck is going on?
what's happening? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's what the plan was for them too, because then remember Davos is trying to
Signal
show
to,
like, hey,
Daenerys,
light
yeah.
the trenches, like the trenches.
And
but
she
she
couldn't
can't
see nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because we forgot to talk about the storm that came in with the
Yeah.
Night King.
That was before Ed died, I think.
Yeah, that was before that.
That's what I-
Was it?
yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
so
because
nuts.
I put can't even see. like,
Yeah, that was not long after the flaming swords
Yeah.
and they run off, and then the freaking storm comes in, and you're like, you can't see nothing.
Right.
Because Danny rode off to try to help them, but then
but
they couldn't see
still couldn't
anything.
see, yeah. And then they got. Oh, remember the dragons ran into each other.
Oh, yeah, I
They couldn't
forgot
see
about that.
Yes, they did. We were like, was that
crazy.
Viserion? But
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was.
It was them. Yeah.
Danny
I'm surprised
and
none of
Jon.
them. How do they stay on the dragons? Like
No.
that part.
Yeah, hold on tight.
Hold on to whatever. What do you hold on to? Whatever you
Whatever
can.
you can. yeah. So then finally they like the trenches, and it kind of gives us another like hope.
Yeah,
Yes.
seriously.
And then that's when they
It's
build
like
the bridge.
hope upon hope, and then
Yeah.
being crushed.
See, but this is where, to me, it was a little bit weird that they were thinking, or I don't know if it was just the Night King controlling them, because that's when they cut to his scene and he like lifts his hand up.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's when not his hand, but like he just kind of like lifts his fingers a
Like
little bit.
points towards
yeah.
them.
And then that's when they start just throwing their bodies over the trench.
Yeah.
But it's like you'd think they were mindless. So the fact
Well,
that
they
they
are
think to do
mindless.
that. But they
I was wondering if
No,
they
they are
totally
mindless,
were.
but he's not.
Because But I didn't know because whenever Arya was in the library, remember that one white like actually heard it and looked down to try to find her?
Yes, you're right.
I don't think they're totally mindless.
they're not, because the Night King didn't see that.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the library. He couldn't have controlled him too.
That's true.
So like I think they have some sort of, doesn't matter because they're all dead now, but
What?
but I think
God.
spoiler alert. I wrote down Tyrion got another drink when they were down in the crypts.
yeah.
Because you see him with his like whole thing and then he just throws it aside and gets another thing and starts drinking.
I
See, it was
totally
so
missed
dark. I
that.
didn't see that.
You didn't
I
see
No,
it?
I saw him drinking, but I didn't see the
I
fact
saw
that it was
him
like,
drop it down and get
second-
another drink.
What are
I'm like,
they-
that's so Tyrion.
That's funny.
Oh,
I
and that's
totally
when they
missed
had
that.
the conversation.
with Sansa. A very important conversation, I
Yes.
think.
She said, the most heroic thing we can do is look truth in the face.
That they belong, because Tyrion really wanted to go fight, and she's like, "We're
Which
not
is what
fighters."
Sam should have done and been
Yes.
down there with them.
Because Sam, yeah,
Oh, Sam, we're disappointed in you.
you tried to be brave, but yeah, he shouldn't have been.
He's like, I killed the White Walker and I'm lover woman now.
And when I love
I
like the
can
last
do it
episode,
all.
he's like thens, and he's like then.
Then,
You killed
yeah.
one then.
Oh, and then I guess the next thing that happened was when Bran and Theon had that conversation. Like
When Theon
before.
apologized.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. I knew it was
He
gonna,
was
there
like
gonna be
righting
redemptive.
his wrongs.
Yeah.
Because it was,
There was a lot of.
what's crazy is I just watched the episode where Theon, like, I just did it like last week. I'm just trying to watch the finales just to kind of refresh of all because we had talked about like it ending with Daenerys.
Yeah.
And so I was like trying
Oh,
to
is
watch
it
them
true?
to see. No,
No?
it either ends with her or like the White Walkers.
That's
So maybe
funny.
it goes both ways.
Interesting.
I don't know. And then Bran tells Theon, like, you're right where you're supposed to be, your home. Like,
Yeah, that was cool.
That was sad. It's like you.
It was sad but cool at the same time.
yeah. Like you are, like this has been your home, like always.
Like, that's where
even
he
though you're
grew
a
up.
Greyjoy, like that's where you grew up. Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the things I love when John's like, you can be both. You don't have to choose. Like, stop trying to choose
Yeah.
to be one or the other.
Yeah. I think he's had a really good redemptive story.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to talk about that next episode, like all the ones that have died.
I know.
If they have
That's a-
time.
Yeah. They don't.
That's
They do
true.
not.
Now they're
We have
just
to
going to
finish
be
it in
like,
3 episodes.
We have 3 more
everybody
episodes left.
just go hate Cersei.
And they're all about as long as this one, maybe just a few minutes.
Oh, they are?
Really?
Wow. Yeah. This is a long
This one
one.
was 82, and then I think the next ones are 80 and 79 or
Wow.
something like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay, I think we all like thought that John might have been the one to take the Night King down because I wrote down like
I
they
did for
always
I
sure.
think, okay,
they always have
here's the thing.
stare-offs.
Yes, but that's too predictable.
That is true. And I kept saying it's going to be Arya.
You did?
I kept saying that. I was just like, it's going to be Arya because she's...
A badass?
Yeah,
an assassin.
a badass assassin.
Yeah, and she's
And then,
swift.
yeah, she's just... Yeah, like she had a bigger role than just fighting like regular. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
just cool. She's
And
just so cool.
Melisandre knew that.
Yeah.
She like
Dude, that was so cool when she was like, I know you.
yeah.
When she saw her and she was
Yes.
just like,
See, but
They
they,
went
looked
through
at
the
each
whole
other
prophecy
already.
again?
I thought that they did look at each other
They
when
did.
They
Davos
did.
was there.
No, in the very
But she
beginning,
hadn't
said
walked
anything,
in,
yeah.
and then Arya saw her from up top. Was
But
like,
the way she said, "I know you," was like, I don't know, like she had just seen her again, and I'm like, you saw her 5 minutes ago.
And
didn't
well,
she
you?"
was
no,
on
but that's
her
the first time they
list.
talked though. So that was the first time that she was like, I know you. And then they went through the whole prophecy of the red eye and the blue eye,
Red eye
brown eye and the green eye.
green eyes, and blue eyes.
and blue
Yeah.
eyes. Yes,
Well, as soon as
that's
when
when
she
I
said, yeah, when she
Yep.
said the blue eye, and then Arya runs off, and then she says, "Not today." What?
Yeah.
How was the whole line?
What
she
does-
said?
I know. Yeah. So yeah, we're
we're like,
We skipped
we're
ahead
like,
again.
we gotta stick to a structure. It's like,
It's too exciting. We keep
there's
jumping.
a lot of like little things that happen, but
Yeah.
the big thing that happened, and I think that was she needed her time was when Liana killed the giant.
Yes.
That was crazy. And that was crazy. That was the only giant that we saw.
I know, because there was
A lot.
in the last
preview.
scene, but in the last scene of
Season 7? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was there
when
more
they
than
were
one
like
that
coming
came
through, I remember there being more than one, and I also remember giant polar bears.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's why when
I
when
thought
they
the giant
first-
polar bears were going to fight the elephants. But I guess if there's no elephants, you can't
There's
have
no
polar
polar
bears.
bears. No, when it started and
Maybe
like
that's
all the
who.
Dothraki
Maybe that's who
died.
got all the Dothraki. Yeah.
No, but I don't think they killed them. It just looked like a big animal, but I think it was just the dead running up over each other and
Yeah.
it made them like taller. But I thought for sure it was polar bears.
That's
Sad about
true.
polar
They
bears,
kinda-
sad
And
about
it was-
elephants.
Very much like the battle of they did have a lot of similarities to the Battle of the Bastards, with the giant breaking down the wall to get into Winterfell, which is the same way that one
Okay, but
did
how
it.
else are they going to get into Winterfell? Like,
That's true.
Yeah,
that's like what I was saying at first. It's like, okay, if you really think about it, you go into battle. Obviously, you lead with dragon fire. Like, why would you not take out as much as you can?
yeah.
and
I
light it
thought
up?
that was
I think because they knew that
I-
the generals have the spears to kill the dragons.
And that was weird
generals
that
were,
they
like,
didn't even
off
show the
drinking
general.
beer
I
while the
actually-
other dudes were.
I wrote
Seriously,
that
they
in
were
my
like gone forever.
Yes.
Like they just literally
The-
showed up at the very end.
Because that's how battles go. You have the cavalry, and then you have the
That's true. Yeah,
the
you're right.
people
That's true.
fighting, and then the generals stay back. That's why Jon and Daenerys should have stayed back. You know what I mean? But they didn't.
That's what I wrote down as like my biggest disappointment from the episode was like I loved it in Hard Home when Jon actually fought the White Walker and they showed like actual like a
Yes.
physical fight between the two of them. And they had not, I thought there was actually going to be White Walkers fighting people. And Jorah got Heartsbane?
yeah.
Yeah, he got the Valyrian sword and all of that. I thought for sure there'd be a couple of main characters that have
Fighting
like
the White
cool
Walkers.
fight scenes with the White Walkers, and the
There
White
was
Walkers
none of
didn't
that.
fight
But
anybody
it's
at
too
all.
many people. Like,
They still should have done it.
They should have done at least one.
yeah,
big,
at least one or two big fights with the
yeah,
Valyrians.
like Brienne and a White Walker.
Yes.
or-
Yeah, like them taking.
but it was
taking
literally
a few
just
of them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
That would've
just
been cool.
whites
but
everywhere.
That
Like there
made
wasn't.
sense.
because you send out your
Because yeah, if we go back to that theory, you send out all your
Foot
like,
soldiers.
foot soldiers.
And every time they would have killed one of the White Walkers,
A
it
bunch
would
of
have
them
killed
would've
all the
died.
people
Yeah.
that they turned. Yeah.
But that would have been kind of cool.
It would have
to
been
help
cool.
them.
yeah.
I don't know. I think one person should have died with a White Walker killing them. I
Yeah.
think it would have been cool.
You're right. That was that is kind of disappointing, but we saw them all die, so
Yes.
I still feel fine.
They're nice to hear.
And then we see right after that is the big dragon fight.
That was
Yes.
cool.
When you see like it's not big, but you see them like fly up.
I just want to know what happened to John's dragon because
Yeah.
they didn't show it.
I don't. Yeah.
Which
that
one was
weird.
that one? I forget their name.
Rhaegal,
Rhaegal.
because it was named after his dad,
Daddy.
but he didn't know.
He rode his daddy's dragon.
Yes.
Daddy's namesake.
So but that didn't really. I mean, you just saw like the Viserion getting like is it Viserion? Yeah, Viserion. Yeah, get his like neck chopped off, and we all thought he died.
But then he came back.
But then he's
so
dead.
that's
The
why
dead
I'm like,
don't
was
die.
it?
That's true. Yeah.
So that
I
didn't
don't
make
know.
sense why we thought he would die.
You know, yeah. But I thought those scenes that they had like that were above the storm.
Yeah.
That was
Those
cool.
were really, really
Yeah.
cool.
It
looking.
looked
I
really
loved
cool.
that.
Josh said, "How did they get them to? How did they?
How did
How did they film that?
We're like, yeah, they probably flew
was
drones
great.
up there.
Helicopter, probably." And then we see Arya in the library. That's when we saw her in the
Oh my God,
library
that
by
whole
herself.
y'all
scene
saw
was-
That
her.
was super creepy.
I turned around the entire time.
Oh my god, that was the funniest thing. David was just like, "I'm not looking." I
not
was
watching.
dying laughing at him.
But not much happened in that. We just kind of saw her like quietness and her being just
A gangster?
yeah. She just kind of was being like very swift.
Yeah.
And you can see like how quiet she is and more assassin like, but nothing really happened. And then they were.
Yeah, it
they were
was a
fighting
very
her.
long scene of her just like dodging.
But maybe it was just so we could see how quiet she is, how swift she is.
And I think it was just
Well,
scary.
it also showed the fact that the walkers were in the castle.
Yeah, it's true.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you can hear when they were in the crypts, you could hear the people like yelling to get in because they wanted to.
that was,
was
yeah.
super creepy.
Yeah.
Who
And so
was
it's
it
just
though?
like-
Who was?
It was just random
People.
people. I think
Yeah.
it was just random people. They were just trying to make you be scared for them
Yeah, like
Wait,
put you
so-
in the
with
moment.
them.
Real quick, did all of the Unsullied die?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Because then it's like,
Well,
who's
Grey
left to
Worm.
fight
They showed
Cersei?
Grey Worm at the end. Like he wasn't
Yeah.
dead.
I mean, they have very low numbers, but I think that there may be some Dothraki, some Unsullied.
I wonder how many.
I don't think there's any Dothraki at this point.
Well, some came
They
back.
did
some
show
came
a
back.
lot of them, but they showed a lot of them.
A lot of them died.
turning blue,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
blue eyes.
Blue eyes, yeah.
I'm just like, who's
Turning
left?
blue.
He's got blue eyes. I've always had blue eyes.
Best line.
Who's left? Who's left to fight Cersei? I don't even
That's
know.
what I was just thinking. She has the 20,000 Golden Company men now.
Do you think
and
the
they
Golden
have,
Company? I mean, that's after this episode, but do you think that they're really going to fight for her?
yeah.
She
Yeah, they
paid
got
them.
paid.
But
See,
if
a lot
you
of
listen
people
back
thought
into the
a lot of people thought that they were gonna see the army of the dead and turn on her. But if they already took out the army of the dead,
but
there's
the
no
Golden
reason.
Company is, yes, they're like mercenaries, but they were
They're all
built.
about the money.
But they were built because they are. I think they were bastards of the Targaryen
Yes.
family, and so
were
they.
the, oh gosh, I can't remember what their name is right now.
But the off name of I don't remember either.
Like
but
fire something. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
I don't remember, but they were supposed to, like, they wanted to build this army so they can come back and take the throne, or at least get some sort of, like, claim to the throne. So it's like she's calling them back because she's paying them, yes, but they've been waiting to come back to Westeros for, I don't know, hundreds of years to, like, take over.
It'd be so ironic. They like start
They
fighting,
churn on them.
and then they bring in the elephants from the back and just completely demolish.
Just
all-
like stomp
all
on
of-
Cersei,
all
and
of
that's how
Cersei.
she dies. Oh my gosh! If Cersei dies by an elephant stepping on her,
That'd be so funny.
I would be so happy. We'll see.
Dude, also, this show has, like, I didn't realize I'd be as happy to see as many people die.
Yeah.
as I- or, like, root for their death. You're
Yeah.
just like, oh my God, can you just die already? Like, so many people.
Hilarious.
Cersei on top of my list.
Yeah, I really want to see her die. I
Cersei's on
cannot
top.
wait.
Joffrey, come on.
Well,
Joffrey's
he's
dead.
already
He's dead, but he was definitely at the top of that
Okay,
list.
but
Oh, no,
who's on the top of
he-
your list now to die?
Yeah, now it's
Cersei.
No,
Qyburn?
the
Oh, I hate
the
Qyburn.
dumb
Yeah.
dude. What's his name?
The
one-
Mountain?
the one that
You're
just
on
slept with
Greyjoy?
her? No.
Oh,
the one
you're
that-
on.
is
That
it
just
Euron?
slept.
You're on
yeah,
Greyjoy.
that just slept
Yeah.
with Cersei. You want him to die?
Yeah,
The one that
so
wants to
bad.
put
he's
a proof
so
in her belly.
annoying. He is so annoying.
Okay, so next we have when Beric dies. Because remember, she's like running through the
Yeah,
things
but that
and
was
comes
because
out.
yes.
he died to save Arya
Yeah.
and the Hound.
And Beric and the Hound were both on Arya's list at some point.
Yes,
That is
they
true.
were.
And they were
And
both
the
trying
Red
to
Woman
save
was on her list as
That's
well.
true.
That was interesting.
Yeah, and they both died, or not they both, but Beric died trying to save her,
Yeah.
and the Hound was helping, I
See,
guess.
it was so
At the
dark in
same-
those scenes. I didn't even see how Beric got back to them. Like,
Yeah, we
because he
thought
did
that,
that whole hold the door
he like stretched out his body,
Yeah.
kind of, and then
to
just
like
ran
block
back.
them so that they could get away.
Yeah.
But then, literally a few seconds later, he was with them again, and I'm like, where did Beric just show up? Like, I don't.
I don't know.
That
But then
is
he died like in her arms, and she kind of looked at him like, "I'm sad and I'm gonna miss you," which is like you.
They did hang
Well,
out
yeah.
for a while when
but
she
a
was
couple
traveling
seasons
with
ago,
the.
she wanted him to die. You
Yeah.
know, like
No,
that's
but he
crazy.
literally just gave his life for her.
Yeah.
And Melisandre
was
was
cool.
there, and that's when we had that conversation about the
The eyes
brown
that she
eyes.
will
yeah,
shut
he like
forever.
she reminded her that she still had a role to play, basically.
yes, so true.
'Cause she's like, you've shot the brown eyes and the green eyes.
Now it's time for the blue.
I
And
just
the
like
blue
how
eyes.
she was chilling in front of a fireplace while there's a war going on. And she's like, "Hey, I've been waiting for y'all. I have wine, some cheese selections."
Some wine. And then
Words of
she says-
words of encouragement. Now go do your thing.
Yes.
I
What do
thought-
we say to the god of death?
Not today.
Not today.
See, I really thought
And he
her
was the
part
god
was
of
going to
that.
be a little bit more.
Melisandre?
Yeah, I didn't think she was just there to light some fires and encourage people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was.
You wanted her to like save Jorah and
yeah,
mostly that.
yeah. I'm gonna cry thinking about Jorah dying. That's just to me.
I
Out
need
of
to watch it
all
again.
of them, that was the saddest.
Yes. and
I
then
loved Jorah.
Yeah. He was a faithful friend.
But he yeah.
He died
But
so honorably.
he died saving the person he loved the most.
Yep. I feel like I don't
And
know.
that was cool.
We jumped ahead, people.
Yeah. Sorry.
Again. Because this is when the Night King fell off the dragon in the fight.
That was
yeah,
cool.
that was
Did
cool.
he not die? Come on.
Cause he's dead.
Yeah.
Well, he's not dead though. That's the whole point. That Night King is not dead.
You're right.
That's
He
right.
wasn't dead.
Just
But
like
he's
his
the king of
generals were
death.
not dead.
Yeah.
They were just the babies that he turned.
turned. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Danny tried to kill him with the whole Dracarys thing.
That was cool.
We all knew it wasn't gonna work though.
I really
we knew it
kind
was.
of thought maybe.
I thought that's when John was gonna kill him.
Yes, I thought John was
Oh.
gonna make it. John, it just doesn't run fast enough.
Because he's too short. His legs are too short.
Same thing, right?
he couldn't
with,
save
There's too many
Rickon.
dead bodies in
yeah.
there.
Yes.
I mean,
Okay,
the fact that he literally just
But he was on a horse.
like
But the
raised
fact that-
thousands of dead.
Okay,
Hundreds
back to
of
the
them.
whole
It was
Raycon?
thousands, I think.
Rickon,
Rickon.
in Battle of Bastards.
Yeah. When he's running in a straight line, it's like, come on.
Oh my god, the whole time
But
that
he
made me
would've gotten
so
there
mad.
faster.
No. When you have people like shooting stuff at you, you freaking run in a
Zigzag.
zigzag.
I think he
to
just thought if
dodge.
he ran straight, it would have been
No.
Yeah.
quicker.
You zigzag.
Anyway,
Because then
that
you
was like 4
then they
seasons
don't
ago,
know.
guys.
Yes.
Back to 10 episodes ago or 100 episodes ago. I don't even know.
I think this is only still episode like 70.
What?
This that we're on right now.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they had 6 seasons of 10, and then last season was 8, and
this is
this one's
6.
gonna be 6.
They keep jipping us.
I know. How rude.
Yeah, I don't.
these are an hour and a half. Come on, people.
This was the only one that was an hour and a half.
The other
We've
2
had
were 54 minutes
yeah.
and 58 minutes.
Then all the dead rise.
and 4 seconds.
Honestly, real talk. I
Real
thought
talk.
for sure all of like everyone was gonna die at that point. When I saw
Yep.
that the Night King just like raised all the dead, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah,
and
that's
everyone-
when I
last
got. I
3
think that's when we
episodes-
started standing up.
Yeah, I stood up.
Yes,
and I was like,
that
"Wow."
was so cute. I loved it.
We have a picture
Alyssa
of you
and
guys. You guys
David
are
just
so
stood
funny. Your
up.
boat, like, I can't stand this anymore.
like everyone's gonna die. That's there's still 3 more episodes, but everybody's dying.
The last 3 episodes are just of Cersei
It's like
and
that
Euron
meme
together.
where they're. It's like that
They
meme
live
where they're
happily
all.
ever after. Cersei's on a beach somewhere, like, man, those guys suck.
Down in Dorne because she killed all
Right.
the. Where are all the Dornish soldiers?
Oh yeah.
They didn't come.
Why?
But they would be with Cersei, right?
no, because
no.
she killed.
Martell.
Yeah. Well, no, she wasn't a Martell. She was an
She was the
sand.
bastard.
She was a sand.
No, the wife was a Martell.
She wasn't a. She. They never got married. She was just his paramour.
She was
Oh,
the
wow.
bastard.
She was. Yeah. They weren't married.
I did not know that. Mm-hmm. Anyways, wait, why are we talking about that?
Because I
Oh, you
was
said
wondering where the
Cersei.
Dornish people were.
Yeah.
And maybe
Because they would be fighting for
Danny.
Danny. Yeah.
So maybe that's the army that
We'll
is
help
somehow going
her.
to join them to defeat.
Somebody's gonna help them because
They have nobody left.
yeah, a lot of them just
Who's it
died.
gonna be though? Because I don't.
Okay.
Someone's gotta come help them,
yeah. they'll have
other than the
somebody.
2 dragons.
Oh, what's her name?
Oh yeah.
Theon just saved.
Yeah.
What's her
Yara.
name?
Oh,
Yara.
Yara.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about her.
Yeah. Yeah, because
She didn't have that many people though,
the Ironborn.
but
Okay.
She had
she
some.
didn't have too many people on her side. Like
It's still better than nothing.
She took it
That's
back.
true.
She took back the Iron Island to Muron while while he was around.
Well, she went to take
Cersei.
it back. Who knows if she succeeded or not?
And
think
they
she
didn't even
did.
show her in the previews for next episode.
Yeah, we'll see
I guess
what happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the dead all rise, and we saw Lyanna come back, which that was
Yeah.
kind of sad to me.
That
And
And like you
and
gave her such a great death, and then
that
you
was
bring her
just
back
like
to die
in
again.
Hard Home when that girl that was like sent
Yeah.
her 2 children ahead and like I'll be right there and
And then she
Yeah.
comes back. Ugh. And then you see the generals walk in finally. Then they come
Yeah,
in.
that was crazy. That was like finally when you finally actually see them.
Yeah,
At the
do
end.
whatever.
and
they're
it
gonna
wasn't
do.
even that many.
Yeah,
It looked like there was like 8 or 9.
Which-
but in the thing it said he
I
had
thought it was supposed to be
99
like
sons.
99.
yeah.
And it looked like a long line at the end of the last episode.
Yeah.
A long line of
So
the White
maybe
Walkers.
we only saw like 8 of them, and then the rest were maybe
They had
whites on
fought
horses.
somewhere on?
Maybe.
Who knows?
I don't know. And then the dead in the crypts. That's when they rise.
That was
too.
super creepy.
When he raised all the dead, he read.
They should have had more lanterns down there because I could barely see what was happening.
They didn't believe in lanterns.
Apparently.
And then I was thinking this, like, Daenerys has not had any fighting training.
doesn't
That's
fight,
true.
though.
She should have trained a little bit
It's
for
like,
something.
yes, you ride a dragon, but what if
She
you fought
has
the dragon
Jon
like
Snow.
you did? And Jorah, well,
But
she had
Jorah-
Jorah and Jorah
She
died.
had people fighting for her all the
Yes.
time, but
Yeah.
she still should have been a little bit more badass like
Yeah.
Arya.
I mean,
She
she,
has
did
a
end
dragon.
up getting the sword. and
Yeah, she killed, like,
fell
one
off- She
person.
got off
Two
Drogon
dragons.
because all of the freaking
Whites were crawling on
She, I
him.
don't think she got off. I think she got.
She got
No,
bucked.
he like shook her
Bucked
off.
shook her off. Like,
He
get
pretty
off,
much, yeah, because
I'm
he
gonna
was
fly
trying
away.
to shake all the whites off.
Yeah.
And she ended up falling too, and then he took off.
Yeah, to like fly them away, and then
I still
Can
want to
you
know what
imagine-
happened to the other one.
I don't know where the heck
Rhaegal?
Rhaegal is.
He must have gotten hurt. He's
like
like,
just flown away somewhere.
yeah,
to-
he just went to like
recover.
He probably went to go get Cersei. Oh, screw this.
I'm gonna go fight for Cersei.
I'm
my
out.
gosh.
On that note, I'm out.
Yeah. Okay, so we see Jorah coming to save.
That
Daenerys
was cool.
after
Like,
Drogon
you're
flew
just
away.
like, oh crap.
like,
what's
what
gonna
is she
happen?
How
going
did he
to
even
do?
see where she was?
Yeah.
'Cause it's
He
a
always
movie.
has his eyes
Or
on her.
On
That's
her.
why.
True. Aw.
His heart just
I don't-
like drawn to her.
Yeah.
So
I can't.
sad. Not anymore.
Well, yeah. And another thing they mentioned in the books that they never brought up in the movie, the wife that he really loved, the one that left him for a richer man,
Yeah.
Dany was apparently looked exactly like her.
Wow.
That's why he was so
Really?
drawn to Dany because the
Was she a
pale
Targaryen?
skin. No.
She was just
I thought
blonde.
Targaryens
She was just
were the
the
only
bl-
ones that had like the white hair. But maybe she was,
She was just
similar.
light skinned, light haired.
Light-haired.
Yeah.
And then we see him die.
I really
And then
didn't
come
think
back
it was
to
going to
life.
stick.
He did not come back to
I
life.
didn't. I thought he was
didn't.
going to. I thought that's why freaking Melisandre
Was
was
there.
walking out there.
No.
See, that's what pisses me off. I don't think she fulfilled her role.
Yes, she
did.
did.
though.
She was
Oh.
900 years
I have a
old.
theory.
Her role was to let Arya know that she still had a role to fulfill.
You think?
But don't
do you
you
think
think her
Arya's the
powers-
prince is the prince who was promised?
Okay,
No.
time out.
No.
No,
I
that's
don't.
still John.
Yep.
So I think that
John's
her
kid.
powers were
John's kid or
drained
John?
John's good. I don't know.
because when she tried to light the trenches, it took her forever.
You think she was just getting too old
I
and
think-
she
think
didn't
she's
have
just-
powers left?
She's
Yeah.
like, I'm too old for this shit.
Well, she was like what 900 something.
She
years
was,
old.
yeah.
I don't know if they ever mentioned an exact age. But
I
yeah,
think
she
they
was
do.
very old.
They
When
did.
they do-
They
when
mentioned
she-
like she's like she was super old.
Yeah.
She was.
I remember in one of the scenes she said, "I've been alive for a long time," or
When she becomes an old lady, and I think it's in that episode they talk about exactly how old she is. But I think, I mean, it doesn't matter. She died.
Wait, where's Gentry?
What?
Where's Gentry?
Gentry.
What's his name?
Gendry.
Gendry. Same thing. Y'all,
Do you even watch this show?
I don't memorize everyone's name.
Dude,
I am the weirdo that does memorize everybody's name.
Okay,
I
all
mean,
three
I-
of
Well, you know
y'all
first
are like,
and last names.
I don't know people's name in real life, so how would I know them in a show?
Gendry Baratheon.
And I have an accent, so I just say him
Oh,
wrong
I wonder
every
what
time.
his actual. Because he is a
Baratheon.
Baratheon, but
So
he
what
was a
happened
to- he's
bastard.
not-
Oh,
so
but
he's-
he's
Gendry Snow?
No.
he's from.
because he's from the south, so it would be
But it's not sand because sand is Dorne.
yeah.
and it's not rivers or flowers or.
see what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know any of this. I just watched the show. I'm like, oh, they got dragons. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
Oh my
I'm gonna make a
goodness.
shirt that says, "Oh, they got dragons." That's pretty cool.
It would
They're going to be
probably
$9.99
sound really
on our
good,
website,
too.
MessyBunSisters.com.
Trademark.
Okay, so then we're almost to the end, y'all. Then we see Tyrion and Sansa in the crypts, like thinking that they're gonna die.
And dude, that was
Do you think that they're
scary. The dead
like
coming.
gonna get married?
Oh, for
They are
sure.
already.
Who?
Well, Tyrion and Sansa.
I don't
Like get
know.
remarried?
Yeah,
No.
no, because nobody
No.
talked about it after.
They did. She said we would never have. We wouldn't work. And
But
he
then-
said, "Why not?" Which kind of
What did she say?
But then-
kind of gave a little hope, like he would still want to,
Yes.
because now she's a lot older
She said it wouldn't work because of the Dragon Queen.
because of the Dragon Queen,
That's
and
what she said.
Missandei got super
She's
pissed
like,
about that.
Yeah, the Dragon King or Queen, and you would all be dead if it
Yeah.
weren't for her. Yeah,
It's just very true.
yeah.
But would they have? I think they would have found a way to do it without her too.
Are you not a fan of
I don't
Khaleesi?
think
They
so.
would.
I'm
She has
not her
become a Khaleesi
biggest-
hater.
I don't hate her. No. No, I don't hate her. I just like Sam said, would she give up her crown for you?
Yeah.
I don't think she would.
No, she will. Now that she's gonna have time to
all
think
the
about it.
previews still show her leading.
Yes,
Because
she's
John
still
never
leading.
wanted, but John never wanted to be king.
That he's the rightful
He is
male
the rightful
heir.
heir.
But she also came to break
That's true. Break the wheel.
the wheel. That means breaking the Iron Throne.
I don't think that's what it means.
I still think
Well,
that
she-
she,
Still
I still
about
think
the
they're
Iron
gonna.
Throne.
She wants the Iron Throne and she wants it to stay
Yeah, but
in
once she gets
Targaryen
it-
hands
Once
for
she
eternity.
gets it, she's gonna break it
no.
We'll see.
because
Yeah, 'cause she
Sansa
could fire
wants
it
to rule
down.
the North, and she's gonna let her after all
Well,
this.
who did she give their own kingdom to? Or like
Yara.
Yara, yeah.
Because remember, he said, if people keep taking demanding their land back or whatever it is, she goes, she's not demanding, she's asking.
Yeah. And it kind of sounded like Sansa was asking too, like,
Yeah,
what
she
about
just
the
asked
North?
her about the North. Yeah.
What about the North? Sorry.
She's like, wait. I gotta
Okay,
do
but
it
back
right.
to Tyrion and Sansa. When they thought they were gonna die, you could kind of see a little glimmer
Spark,
in her eyes.
yes.
Like they looked at each other like I thought they were gonna say I love
And
you.
I loved
thought
it
they were gonna
when-
make out. I don't know.
I loved it when she said, "You're the best of them."
Yeah.
That was really cute.
See,
I loved
I
that.
think that's
She's gonna be so sad when she
Yeah, but if
realizes
you look
Theon died.
back
She is
at
gonna be
her
sad
She
about
track
it.
record,
is. To me, it looked like last episode there were sparks flying between.
No,
But I think that was just like we're gonna die. I'm glad you're here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, David?
He forgot.
that
Theon
her
did
track
redeem
record
himself.
sucked. So it's like
Who? Sansa?
Sansa's track record sucked with dudes.
Choosing men.
So I'm like, I mean, Tyrion's pretty.
He was the better. That's
Yeah.
maybe
Well,
what she
he was-
saying.
You're the best of
one
them.
that I've had.
There was one who liked men, one because she was obsessed with
Well,
Loras Tyrell,
Yeah.
Well, anybody was better than freaking Joffrey
but she loved him at one
She
point.
loved him at the beginning.
although she
remember?
was like
Because she was a stupid
13-year-old.
teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a
Okay,
little
so then
girl.
Theon had his little redemptive moment.
That
so
was cool. I'm glad they had that moment.
I
though.
still hated the way that ended.
why?
That he charged.
Yeah, it's like, dude, just stand
Honestly,
and
I
fight.
felt
else
like
was he
this
gonna
entire
do?
episode, every time they charged, they shouldn't have charged.
yeah,
With the
that's
Dothraki
cool.
writing out in the beginning, it's like you're riding into darkness. You don't even see what's there. Just stay
Yeah.
where you are
That's
and
the
wait.
same thing with John in the Battle of the Bastards. Like, why are you charging?
No, he still saw what he was charging
But
to.
still,
at least.
don't charge. That wasn't the plan. Like,
I think though that it's like they still feel like that's the better move, like the upper hand. Because if you're waiting, then you're just defending. But if you can go forward, then you're on the offense.
Or you get elephants.
Oh my god. Okay, I stopped writing notes after Bran said, "You're a good man, thank you." So
Oh.
I'm like, after that, I think that's when I stood up and I'm like, oh my god, what's gonna happen?
after
Thought
that,
everyone's
it was just
because then
Arya
you think,
being a badass.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And
that
you noticed
scene
that.
Okay, so-
was
That was so cool.
It's one of the White Walkers. It's a very.
It was one
quick
of the
scene.
generals. Yeah.
Yeah, a super quick scene where
Because they go to the Godswood, they're trying to get Bran.
Yeah.
Bran and the Night King have this super intense like stare down because the Night King is okay. So we already said right that Theon charged the Night King and he died.
Yeah.
Obviously,
He gets killed.
R.I.P. Theon. So then Bran and the Night King have that stare down, and then
and then they cut scene to
a general.
a general, and you see the hair blowing forward, and I was like, oh, something's
and
coming.
he like looks sideways and the wind like blows his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And it
oh,
was kind of like,
something's
well, what's
coming.
he looking at?
And then
I
my
like-
girl.
My girl.
I like how they did that though, because he like catches her, and you're like, oh,
You think?
I thought she was
you see
gonna
her,
die.
like,
yeah.
I
Like,
thought
oh,
Arya was gonna die for a
crap.
sec.
This is when she dies,
Drops
and
the
then she
dagger.
drops the dagger, and then catches it.
Has
That was so
Has
cool.
the Night King ever said anything?
Nope.
No.
I actually saw a funny meme about that where it said, did you see the one with Tywin Lannister when he says, a king that has to keep reminding people he's a king is no king.
Yeah.
And then they showed the Night King and they're like, hasn't said a word at all.
Which is very true.
So he's
I
very
think-
much king.
I think my favorite part of Game of Thrones is definitely the memes.
Damon's like, I only
Is the big
watch
girl
so that I
still
can
here?
understand the memes.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Okay, so we see that everyone die. Or not everyone, but the army of the dead
Is defeated.
is
That was.
defeated.
You
I
guys,
did
that
that.
was. You know what was crazy about that though? John was literally about to like try to go fight
Kill
the
a
dragon,
dragon.
with no sword. He just like yelled back at him.
Stop!
Maybe he thought. Maybe he
love.
thought because he was a Targaryen that he could breathe fire or something. I don't know.
But it's like
I am
like
the
that's all he had, and he was still like, "I'm standing up to you.
Yeah.
Yes,
like
it
I'm not
really
gonna
was.
back down no
I
matter
am
what."
Team
That was
John
cool.
all the freaking
But
way.
that's
You
they did
literally
a
just like his butt.
No,
They did a great
I love
job
it
of
Face
from
us.
is
head to
pretty
toe.
cute too.
Yeah, they did a great job of us thinking that it was going to be John the whole time.
Yes.
Like a really good job. Because then we see him do that and we're like, oh, and then he's going to kill the dragon, then he's going to go kill the Night King.
Well, no,
But he
'cause
didn't
I
have
already
enough
knew-
time
Time,
to get
that's true.
there.
I knew Arya was gonna kill the
Yeah,
Night King.
okay, what if he would
I
have
called that like way back.
How to Train Your Dragon?
He trained it.
Really quick,
Stop.
he trained the dragon.
And then how did it end? So she kills him, they all die, and then she goes and sees, or no, then it cuts to Jorah and,
Another part that
Yeah.
like
Jorah and Khaleesi.
yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
was sad.
yeah.
Well, another part that like made me know, so like Bran the whole time when the Night King was approaching him, he just said they're so like cool and collected. Like he knew he was safe. He knew he was because he knew what was gonna happen.
but does he know the future? Or
Yeah,
does he-
they even said it that he knew the future. He knew what would happen.
so he was just chilling.
He was just chilling. He wasn't scared because he was just like, my little sister gonna come and kick your ass,
Yeah.
basically. Like,
Stark family forever.
because he just kind of looked at
Yes.
him like he was so like he wasn't afraid, he wasn't scared, nothing. He just looked at him like, you don't even know, but you're about to
Yeah,
die.
and then the Night King kind of had like a, why are you just staring
Yeah,
at me?"
exactly.
Yes.
He just looked
He
at him
like
like
I'd be
that.
so annoyed if I
Yes.
was the Night King. I'd be like, yo, I'm scary.
I'm about to kill you.
Why are you just looking at me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he
your
did.
little sister just showed up.
Wait,
I'm about
wait,
to
wait.
kill her.
Can
Oh
the
crap!
Night
She
King
just
turn
killed
you
Yeah.
if he looks at you?
No. I thought he was gonna turn
He has
Bran. I thought he was gonna touch
he
him.
has to kill you.
No, he can
No,
just
with
touch
the
you.
babies, he just touched them. But maybe that's only like if
The
it's
babies?
an infant stage.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So did it? I'm forgetting. I need to watch the end. Did it end with Jorah and Dany and Drogon?
It ended with Melisandre walking out.
Oh,
And then taking
and
off her
Davos
necklace.
just staring at her. Yeah,
Yeah.
walking out, and then she
dropping-
dies before
dropping her
dawn.
clothes, and then he noticing that she's old as
F.
Death.
old as
And then
old
it
as
just,
beep.
and then that's it. That's how it ends.
It
Yeah,
ended.
that's her.
Yeah.
Then credits.
Wow. And then it goes to preview of next episode.
Week.
Ding, ding, ding,
Cersei
ding,
all
ding.
over the place.
Oh my
the person
gosh.
we love to hate.
Bye, Cersei.
Oh, Cersei. I hate her.
And that's where we finish this podcast.
There you go.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Like,
Subscribe.
share.
Patreon. Buy my shirts.
MessyBunSisters.com. And we will see you next week.